Along with providing companionship, pet ownership has long been known to have other benefits. According to the Centers for Disease Control, studies have shown that having a pet can increase fitness, lower stress, and even improve blood pressure and cholesterol levels. And animals are now playing another important role in medicine, providing an avenue of treatment for people suffering from serious mental health issues. We visited a farm in Massachusetts where helping animals helps people heal.
I like animals better than people.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Why?
They're non-judgmental. They love you unconditionally.
5 days a week, Heather Moyer tends to alpacas, goats, rabbits, and chickens. It may look like fun, but Moyer comes here to the Cultivate Care Farm to do serious work. Since July, she has cared for these rescue animals as part of her treatment for schizophrenia.
I just feel more peaceful. The world wouldn't be the same without them, you know.
Moyer is just one of about 100 clients at the Bolton, Massachusetts farm, which offers treatment for all mental health diagnoses, as well as autism disorders and addiction.
We've worked with children as young as 4 and clients as old as in their 80s, and the entire gamut within that.
I want a love hug.
Some sessions can include cuddling a furry friend while talking to a licensed mental health professional, like Cultivate's clinical director, Deb Madera, a counselor with 17 years of experience. Do we know why animals sort of knock down these walls and make therapy easier in that regard?
There's the cuddle hormone, and when you spend up to 20 minutes with an animal with your hands on them, you can feel more relaxed and feel more comfortable, and your anxiety comes down. And then it's a lot easier to deal with your issues and talk about things that might be uncomfortable if you're not feeling so anxious.
Working with animals while working on well-being is based on green care farming, popular across Europe. Andrew Lappin studied the model while getting his master's in mental health counseling.
So I thought, this is wonderful. I'll go work someplace like that. There must be several places doing it, and it turns out there's not. Turns out if you have $20,000 a month with a 6-month minimum commitment, you can go live on a therapeutic farm. But that's so incredibly inaccessible for so many people.
That's what inspired him to open Cultivate. What were the biggest hurdles as you were getting this started?
One was just kind of educating folks that said, we're not just a petting zoo, right? This is a medical appointment. You're working with a licensed therapist or an intern under supervision, but this is a professional practice. And 2 was convincing the insurance companies of the same. Sharing with them that this is an effective means of treatment so that we can become as accessible as possible and not just a private pay clinic.
Not having to pay out of pocket is a bonus for Lisa Samarawira. Her 10-year-old daughter, Livy, comes here once a week.
It's okay.
To ease her anxiety. How did you feel when you went and had some of the more traditional therapy?
It didn't help at all because it was making me more nervous than I already was.
Lisa says Livy seems to be responding better to this alternative therapy.
It's not just focused all exclusively on her. It's also working with the animals who have their own anxieties and fears and problems.
Yeah, really?
And I think that helps tremendously.
Yeah.
You're shaking your head, you agree?
Yeah, a lot of the animals here don't really like humans and they get really nervous. So I really want to try to make them get more used to it by hanging out with them and giving them treats and stuff. And they have a lot of the same things that I get nervous about.
A 2007 study found that animal-assisted therapy was moderately effective in improving autism spectrum symptoms, medical difficulties, behavioral problems, and emotional well-being. Maybe that's why therapy animals have popped up everywhere.
Good boy.
From Lilu the pig at San Francisco International Airport,
Not every day you see a pig in the airport. There's one right there.
to these llamas on the campus of UCSF Mission Bay. Another trend
You can stay in plank position if you have a goat on you.
is goat yoga.
Take one more deep breath here.
What a good boy.
Nina Ekholm-Frey is an adjunct professor at the University of Denver's Institute for Human-Animal Connection. She says health providers are catching on.
The practitioner is starting to realize, oh, I can do more effective work in this more natural environment. The therapist still uses their typical clinical decision making, the strategies that they've been trained in within their scope of practice, but simply enhance their work through the elements of the inclusion of the animal, the additional relationships, the opportunity for moving around, for touching, for problem solving and having real interactions, but just not with a human, which can feel quite intimidating.
At Cultivate, that opportunity came with a major investment. Deb Madera and her husband emptied their 401k to buy this place. Why do you believe in this model so much?
It works in a way that nothing I've ever done in the mental health field has. And I wanted to make sure that it continued to work for people and we could reach more and more people and help them get healthy.
People like Heather Moyer, who has found that caring for these rescues has helped her care for herself. Have you noticed a difference in yourself since you started coming?
Yeah.
What's been the biggest change?
Me looking forward to do something interesting every day, something good to wake up for.
And there's so many good things to come from it. I think it's important to remember it's the cost and accessibility that they have there.
Yes.
But they are using traditional methods. I mean, even just Heather, obviously she's dealing with schizophrenia, and that means medication also, but this helps in the therapy.
I love what Deb Madera said, that the animals activate the cuddle hormone.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't know why we had one. I wish there were llamas on my college campus.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It just tells us we need to get out there and experience nature and cuddle a little bit more.
I'm willing to bring Barkley in every Saturday morning.
Let's do it. Barkley and Einstein.